Hi guys, it's Tristan from World English School, and today we're in this beautiful nature park. You can see there's bamboo all around and some other trees in the middle here. And I'm going to read to you a book that's about a green monster. This guy, do you know his name? There's two of them, right, in that Monsters, Inc. movie. This is a book about that, or about that character, called Monsters University. Take a look at that. Okay, Monsters University. I'm going to move around a little bit while we read this because there's some insects in here. I don't want to get bitten. So this is Monsters University, Disney Pixar book. There's some monsters in this forest too. What are their names again? It's Sulley, I think Sulley and Mike? I can't remember. It is Mike, I was right. Mike was small and green and round. Some monsters would say he wasn't very scary. But Mike had plans, big plans. Someday he was going to be the greatest scarer the world had ever seen, and the first step, learning how to scare at Monsters University. There's MU on his suitcase there. Look at all these young monsters coming to learn at Monsters University. So good, huh? Nice. Okay, look at all these guys. What are they, in the classroom? Mike was a serious student. He liked studying. He liked his classes. In fact, he liked everything about school except Sulley. Sulley was another student in Mike's scaring class. Mike and Sulley just didn't get along. Mike thought Sulley was lazy. Sulley thought Mike was too little and cute to be scary. Mike couldn't wait to prove Sulley wrong. Sulley's throwing a paper airplane there. Mike's trying to prove Sulley wrong, huh? Mike worked hard. Sulley played. Mike studied. Sulley went to parties. There he is, eating pizza while Mike is studying. Mike got A's. Sulley got C's. But it didn't matter. During a big test, Mike and Sulley got into a fight. Both monsters failed. What? So now they're both failing. Uh-oh. Take a seat right here. We are with a nice view here. Isn't that beautiful? I love it. I love the green because it looks like Mike. So they both failed. Oh my gosh. Look at them. They're both devastated. Look at the teacher look at this monster here. It's a scary looking monster. Sulley and Mike were kicked out of scaring class. How would they become great scarers now? They don't look happy. Look at this. Sulley is angry. Mike is sad. Mike wasn't ready to give up his dreams. He saw a poster for the scare games. Winning the scare games would prove he was scary. Then the university would have to let them back into scaring class. Scaring games. There was one catch. To compete in the games, Mike had to join one of the school's teams. I see. The Roar Omega Roars didn't think Mike was scary enough to be a member of their team, but the Uzma Kappas liked him. With Mike, the Uzma Kappas had 5 monsters. They needed 6 to be in the games. Did anyone else want to join? Sulley did. He wanted to get back into scaring class too. Nice. But how could the Uzma Kappas ever win the scare games? They were the least scary monsters on campus. Look, they're kind of cute, aren't they? There's Art, Terry and Terry. There's Dawn and Squishy. Not very scary. So Sulley wanted to get back into the scaring games, or back into the scaring class through the scary games. Did Mike want to do it too? Only Sulley looked like a real scarer. He is scary. Big, hairy, scary! Soon the scare games began. The first ever event was held underground in the school's sewer. Sulley and Mike both wanted to win. They were trying so hard to beat each other that they left the rest of the OKs behind. Their team came in last, but another team was kicked out for cheating. The Uzma Kappas were still in the running. That was lucky, huh? Oh, I see. Look, the other team is cheating up here, throwing some magic onto them or something. This bamboo Sounds like it's about to fall down. Take a look. This is what I'm hearing up above here. Look at that. It's when the wind blows, the cradle rocks. That bamboo really shakes up. So it sounds like it's gonna fall, but it's not really. It's kind of a scary setting for me. For the second event, the monsters needed to sneak past the librarian to get the flag. While Mike and Sulley argued about the best way to win, the other Uzma Kappas worked together. Don, Terry, and Art distracted the librarian while Squishy grabbed the flag. After that, Mike realized that if they worked as a team, they'd have a better chance of winning. So then, of course, what do? Oh, but look at this. But Sulley didn't believe the Uzma Kappas could ever be scary enough to win the scare games, so Mike took them on a field trip to Monsters, Inc. The greatest scarers in the world worked there, and they looked nothing alike. Sulley realized there wasn't just one way to be scary. Look at all these different types of monsters at scarers at Monsters, Inc. And that's where they worked in the movie, right? So he's getting help from these guys. The Uzma Kappas were coming together as a team, and their hard work paid off. One by one, the other teams were getting eliminated from the scare games, and the Uzma Kappas were doing better than ever. Nice. I like that. Wow, what is this? He's on the ceiling, look. Huh. In the hide-and-seek event, oh, I see, that's why, Sulley pretended to be a rug. Mike nearly vanished into the background, but the star was Don. That's Don right there. He stuck himself flat against the ceiling. Isn't that funny? Finally, only 2 teams were left. The RORs, the Roars, and the OKs. The last event, of course, scaring. There's Mike scaring somebody. The night before, Mike and Sulley practiced and practiced. I see, he's practicing. Still, Sulley was worried. Was Mike scary enough? He is kind of a cute little monster, isn't he? Sulley wasn't taking any chances. He changed the settings in the scare room to make it easier for Mike. Mike was thrilled to get a huge scream in the event. Then he found out that Sulley had cheated. Mike was mad. After all this time, Sulley still didn't believe in him. Man, gotta believe in your friend, right? Look, his nightlight is horned like him, isn't it? Yeah, you gotta believe in your friends. Can understand why Mike's angry. Mike decided to show everyone how scary he was. He'd scare a real child. He snuck through a forbidden door and into the human world. He found himself in a room of campers. Mike tried out his best scare. Roar! Or should it be roar? But the kids just smiled. They think it's funny. Sulley was sorry for cheating, and he was worried about Mike. Humans were dangerous, so Sulley followed him, but they both got trapped in the human world. Uh-oh, there's a couple of humans there. Only one thing could get them out, an enormous scream. It would make enough energy to open the door back to Monsters University. Who's going to do that scream? Oh, I see, look. Together, Mike and Sulley came up with a plan that would scare the pants off the camp rangers. Ah, they say. And look at these guys. The camp rangers are terrified. I like that drawing. They are absolutely terrified. Using scream energy from the screams, from the scare, they found their way back to the monsters' world. Mike and Sulley hadn't liked each other when they first met, but now they were friends, and they made a powerful team. They knew that whatever happened next, they'd be okay, as long as they stuck together. I love it. That's a nice story. I like it very much, actually. And check out, I love these little golden books because they always show you all the books at the end, and sometimes I like to look at those and see what there are. That's cool. Look at all these different companies here that went into this. Nice book. I like that very much. So that was a little golden book, and that was called Monsters University, Disney Pixar book. So thanks for watching. Let's take a tour together. I'm going to show you some things around here, shall we? Hi guys, just one more little clip here. This is the little bit of river I was telling you about. This isn't used anymore as a river, but it is still a kind of lake, isn't it? And the current river the river that exists now is further north of this there. So that's it right there. Kind of a pretty area, and that's where we came from, all the way down there, and it continues a little bit down here. So you can see the names of the trees here. Kisakaki, it says. I don't know what kind of tree that is. Anyway, thanks for watching, and see you next time.